What if I told you that right now, in this very second, something in your life is shifting in ways you have not noticed yet? And before this day closes, life itself may send you a financial blessing you didn't even think to ask for. I want you to stay with me because this is not random luck. This is alignment happening behind the scenes. By the time you finish this message, you will understand the one internal switch that turns unexpected money from a dream into something that starts moving toward you on its own. Yes, you. Not someone with more resources, not someone with better connections, not someone who seems luckier than you. You. Before we go deeper, I want you to check one simple thing. How are you breathing right now? Because your breath reveals how open you are to receiving. Most people breathe like life owes them nothing. Light, shallow, nervous breaths. People who attract abundance naturally breathe like life is already working in their favor. So right now, take one slow breath and in your mind quietly say, I am open to unexpected blessings. Your emotional state is not just a passing mood. It is a signal, a frequency, a vibration that shapes which people, opportunities, and resources start moving toward you. Many people chase money with plans, pressure, and stress, but very few understand that their inner feelings decide whether abundance sticks to them or slips away. When your emotional state is anxious, doubtful, or tight, you send out the message of scarcity. It is like telling the universe you are preparing for disappointment, preparing for rejection, preparing for things to fall apart. And when you broadcast that kind of energy, even good chances feel scary or suspicious. You hesitate, you second-guess yourself, and you miss blessings that were already in front of you. But when your emotional state is calm, confident, open, and willing to receive, everything shifts. You send a completely different message, one that says you can be trusted with more. The universe reads emotional alignment far louder than your words, rituals, or affirmations. Emotion is the core programming of your inner world. You do not pull money toward you just by wanting it. You attract it when your emotional state matches the feeling of already having it. Think about this clearly. Every time someone gets an unexpected opportunity, surprise income, a new job out of nowhere, or support that comes at the perfect moment, it never happens in a moment of panic. It happens when something inside them relaxes, when the emotional pressure releases, when their inner world finally opens enough to let blessings in. Your emotional state is the doorway. When you're tense, the door is shut. When you're relaxed, the door is open. When you're scared, you become guarded. When you're grateful, you become magnetic. Money flows into emotional environments where it feels welcomed and respected. If your inner world is filled with thoughts like, what if it goes wrong? What if nothing changes? What if I fail again? You create emotional resistance. And resistance always slows down the flow or redirects abundance somewhere else. But when you shift into a feeling that says something good is coming, everything starts moving differently. Your posture changes, your energy changes, your behavior changes. You begin noticing chances you would have ignored before. You take steps you were once too scared to take. These small moves pile up and create breakthrough moments. Most people do not realize how sensitive the universe is to what you feel. They think manifestation is about speaking words over and over, but it is really about repeating certain emotions. Emotion is the language of your subconscious mind, and your subconscious is the engine that either draws in or pushes away experiences. When you feel calm and certain, you activate a kind of inner pull toward what you want. Even surprise money follows this law. Many people quietly block financial blessings because they carry guilt around receiving or because money reminds them of stress or conflict. When your emotional state shifts into ease, trust, and expectation, those blockages begin to break apart. Feelings of worthiness Feelings of being supported, feelings of security create a space inside you. And that space becomes an opening that allows money to reach you in ways you could never have planned. This can show up as a random refund, a delayed payment suddenly appearing, someone deciding to help you financially, an opportunity that pays more than expected, a job that comes without warning, or a situation that suddenly turns in your favor. These things require one thing: an emotional state that says yes. When your emotions say yes, the universe speeds up. When your emotions say maybe, everything slows down. When your emotions say no, abundance turns away. And the most powerful part is that you are not powerless in this. You can shift your emotional state at any time by shifting your focus, your breath, your thoughts, or the expectations you hold about your future. The universe responds to alignment, not desperation. It responds to belief, not begging. It responds to openness, not fear. What you speak becomes the instruction manual for what you receive. Every word you speak carries intention, energy, and direction. People underestimate their own voice without realizing that their voice gives commands to their subconscious mind. Then the subconscious reshapes your reality to match those commands. When you say things like, "I'm always struggling, money is so hard, nothing ever works for me," you're not just complaining, you are writing a blueprint of limitation inside yourself. You are telling your inner world to expect lack. You are telling the universe to reflect that lack back to you. Words become patterns, patterns become beliefs, beliefs become your everyday life. But when you speak words of growth, strength, expectation, and gratitude, even if your situation does not yet reflect those things, you start building a new blueprint. You shift the frequency of your mind, and that shift sends a signal outward that life responds to. The mind listens to your voice more than anything else because your voice has authority. Your voice declares identity. When you say, "I always find a way," your subconscious starts looking for solutions. When you say, "Money comes to me in expected and unexpected ways," your subconscious becomes alert to chances that match that message. When you say, "I deserve financial blessings," you melt away layers of inner resistance that have blocked abundance for years. Your voice shapes your expectations, and your expectations shape your reality. Repetition changes everything. Speaking something positive at first may feel strange or fake because the old blueprint is still active. But the subconscious does not reject repetition, it absorbs it. The more you repeat empowering statements, the more naturally your mind begins to move toward abundance. Words slowly become feelings, and feelings are the strongest magnets in manifestation. When your words and emotions line up, the effect becomes powerful. Your thoughts change, your decisions change, your energy changes, and what you attract changes. Many people never receive abundance simply because they use their own voice against themselves. They speak fear and then live in fear. They speak doubt and then walk in doubt. They speak smallness and then wonder why their life feels small. Your voice is the steering wheel of your future. If you constantly say you're unlucky, you will only notice things that confirm that belief. If you say opportunities never come to you, you will overlook the ones right in front of you. If you say you aren't meant to succeed, your subconscious will quietly sabotage every chance that appears. But if you say something new, something stronger, something hopeful, something aligned with your highest self, your life begins to shift. If you say something good is on the way, your energy rises. If you say money finds me, your awareness sharpens. If you say I am becoming a magnet for abundance, your inner world starts matching that identity. The words you choose become the roads your future walks on. When you decide to speak abundance, you are building new emotional pathways. When you choose to feel worthy, you are opening new doors. When you breathe deeply and welcome blessings, you are lifting the invisible weight that once blocked your breakthroughs. Your life shifts the moment your inner world shifts. And right now, in this exact moment, something inside you is already changing. You may not fully feel it yet, but a small piece of tension just loosened. A small part of doubt just cracked. A small spark of belief just awakened. And that spark is enough to start calling abundance toward you in ways you will only understand later. Unexpected blessings are not accidents. They arrive when you become emotionally ready for them. And today you are becoming ready. Stay open, stay receptive, stay aligned, because something good is already on its way to you. Good is coming, and when you say it, you open a doorway. If you say money is making its way toward you, you move from chasing to attracting. If you say you deserve abundance, you give the universe instructions on how to treat you. There is also a deep spiritual side to spoken words. Every culture, every ancient teaching, every spiritual tradition talks about the power of speaking things out loud. Words shape reality because they activate intention. When you speak, you line up your mind, your energy, and your actions with what you desire. You are no longer silently hoping. You are clearly directing. Speaking abundance does not magically pull money from nowhere, but it changes the inner world that controls what you think you deserve, what chances you notice, and how confidently you walk toward them. Your voice is not just noise, it is creation. Every word you speak builds or breaks possibilities. When you speak abundance, you become aligned with abundance. When you speak blessings, you create room to receive them. When you speak good things, you lift your whole energy. And when your spoken words consistently point toward prosperity, the universe begins lining up events, people, and opportunities that match the picture you declared. Small internal shifts create huge external results because the outside world always reflects the quiet inner changes most people never pay attention to. Many believe transformation demands big actions, dramatic choices, or life-changing moments. But real change usually starts with tiny decisions, small adjustments in thinking, and gentle emotional shifts that slowly move your whole life into a different direction. When you shift even a little in your belief, your mindset, your self-talk, your posture, your expectations, you change the frequency you operate from, and that frequency starts attracting different opportunities. A small shift in thinking may seem unimportant at first, but it is like turning a compass by only 1 degree. Over time, that tiny change leads you somewhere completely different. The biggest breakthroughs rarely come from sudden miracles. They come from inner shifts that build up until your outer world must change to match them. When a person stops thinking, I can't, and starts quietly saying, maybe I can, even softly, they unlock doors that were mentally closed before. That small change inside affects how they carry themselves, how they communicate, and how they make choices. Suddenly, opportunities that once felt too big now feel possible. Conversations that were avoided now seem easier. Ideas that once felt unrealistic begin turning into action. These changes never begin on the outside. They start silently in the mind long before anyone else can see anything happening. It is the inner shift that prepares the way for the outer blessing. When you stop fearing money and start respecting it, your spending habits automatically change. When you stop seeing yourself as someone who always struggles and start seeing yourself as someone who can grow, the decisions you make naturally lean toward success. These small emotional and mental adjustments create ripples that eventually grow into waves. Every big transformation in someone's financial life starts with a moment of inner permission. Permission to want more. Permission to feel worthy of more. Permission to expect more. These invisible permissions may not look dramatic from the outside, but they completely change the direction of your inner energy. Once you shift from hopelessness to Possibility, you begin noticing chances you ignored before. Once you shift from stress to clarity, you begin making wiser choices without even trying. Once you shift from fear to curiosity, you start exploring paths that once felt unsafe or impossible. Every internal shift opens a new doorway. Even the smallest change in emotional state can create huge results. When you replace daily anxiety with daily gratitude, the world's response toward you changes. Gratitude lifts your vibration, and a higher vibration attracts circumstances that match your improved energy. When you shift from complaining to appreciating, life begins giving you more reasons to appreciate. When you shift from a mindset of lack to a mindset of abundance, you become open to blessings instead of blocking them. These shifts may look tiny, but they create massive outer change because they reconnect you to the flow of abundance instead of the grip of fear. Another key part is how the subconscious mind functions. It is very sensitive to small signals. If you begin repeating simple, empowering thoughts, even once or twice a week, your subconscious slowly starts adjusting. It does not require a loud declaration. It only needs consistency. Over time, this reshapes your habits, your emotional reactions, and even your identity. A person who shifts their identity from struggling to improving experiences a completely different life, even if nothing outside changes at first. The inner shift eventually forces the outer world to match it. Small inner shifts also make you more able to notice and accept unexpected money, opportunities, and blessings. When you shift from doubt to expectation, you begin acting like someone who expects good things, and this changes everything. You make braver choices. You follow the quiet inner nudges. You answer messages you would have ignored. You take chances you once avoided, all because your inner world has changed slightly. The universe responds not to the size of your desire, but to the honesty of your inner alignment. Even the smallest shift, if repeated, becomes powerful enough to reshape your entire reality. The universe responds quickest to clarity, conviction, and repetition because these three form the strongest signal a person can send. Most people ask for abundance with a confused mind, mixed emotions, and unclear intentions. They want money but fear responsibility. They want success but doubt themselves. They speak positivity for a moment and then return to negative self-talk minutes later. This mixed energy sends a blurry message that the universe cannot amplify. Clarity sharpens your message. Conviction strengthens it. Repetition stabilizes it. When you combine all three, you create a strong frequency that the universe recognizes instantly, and it begins shifting events in your favor. Clarity means knowing exactly what you want and why you want it. Someone who says, "I want money," sends an unclear request, because money can arrive in many forms: chances, ideas, jobs, partnerships, gifts, refunds, unexpected support. But someone who says, "I am open to receiving financial opportunities that lift my life and match my purpose," sends a much clearer signal. Clarity is not only about the amount of money, it is about the feeling and direction behind it. The universe answers intention, and intention becomes sharper when you are honest with yourself about what you truly want. When your intention is unclear, your results become unpredictable. When your intention is clear, your path begins to reveal itself. Conviction is the emotional strength behind clarity. You can want something, but if you secretly don't believe it can happen for you, your energy weakens. Conviction is not arrogance or blind faith. It is a calm inner knowing that what you desire is connected to you. It is trusting that you are worthy of receiving it. Many people cancel their own blessings because they speak one positive word but hold 10 negative thoughts behind it. Blessings because they ask with doubt. They stand firm in their uncertainty. They imagine their dreams with hesitation. The universe responds to the emotional energy behind your request, not the words by themselves. When your emotional tone is steady, confident, and open, you show that you are prepared to receive. Conviction is what separates speaking about abundance from truly carrying abundance inside you. It is the inner certainty that shifts you from saying, "I hope this happens," to saying, "I trust this is already on its way." Repetition is what transforms clarity and conviction into a stable frequency. You do not send a signal only once. You send it again and again until it becomes part of your inner vibration. Repetition is the way the subconscious mind learns. When you repeat something long enough, your inner world begins to accept it as fact even before it appears in your physical reality. This is why affirmations, prayers, declarations, and mantras have been used in ancient traditions around the world. The universe responds to repeated signals because they show that your intention is not temporary or random, but deeply held. Repetition also helps you rewrite old beliefs that were created through repeated negative moments or repeated limiting thoughts. When you keep repeating a new powerful message, you retrain your mind, lift your vibration, and attract situations that match your upgraded identity. When clarity, conviction, and repetition come together, manifestation becomes faster. You begin seeing signs, synchronicities, right opportunities, and surprising blessings because your inner signal becomes strong enough to guide you toward them. Your choices start aligning with your goals. Your actions feel more natural and intuitive. You stop doubting yourself and start moving with confidence. People feel drawn to your energy. Situations unfold more smoothly. Solutions show up with less struggle. This is not chance. This is the universe answering the steady frequency you are sending. Many people think manifestation is slow or difficult because they send weak or mixed signals. One day they feel rich, the next day they feel not good enough. One moment they trust, and the next moment they worry. But when you constantly send clarity about what you desire, conviction about why you deserve it, and repetition to support your direction, the universe knows exactly how to respond. Your energy becomes unmistakable. Your path becomes magnetic. Your blessings begin moving toward you quicker because there is no confusion, no doubt, and no mixed message blocking the flow. Money flows to those who stop resisting their own value because financial abundance is not only a material experience, it is an emotional and mental state of allowing. Many people believe money is blocked because of conditions, lack of opportunity, or outer limitations, but the biggest blockage forms inside. People unknowingly resist their own worth. This resistance shows up quietly but strongly. When you feel unworthy, you minimize your abilities. You hesitate when you see opportunities. You turn down support. You accept less than you deserve. You slow down your own progress. This inner conflict sends out a signal of resistance to the universe, making it harder for abundance to enter your life. Money does not flow to the most gifted people. It flows to the people who deeply feel they are deserving of it. Worthiness is not about ego or pride. It is about self-permission. When you do not feel worthy, you build emotional walls that block blessings from reaching you. You tell yourself that you are not ready, not strong enough, or not deserving, and these thoughts turn into energetic barriers. You may pray for abundance, hope for financial growth, repeat affirmations, or imagine success. But if deep inside you feel unworthy, everything you desire bounces off those inner walls. Many people push opportunities away without realizing it because they learn to live in survival mode, not growth mode. They feel guilty for wanting more. They feel embarrassed asking for what they deserve. They fear judgment, disappointment, and even the weight of success. All of this creates inner resistance. But when you stop resisting your worth, things shift. You allow opportunities to flow into your life without doubting whether you deserve them. You begin acting from expansion, not fear. You start accepting guidance, support, financial blessings, and sudden opportunities without guilt. Worthiness unlocks your ability to receive. When you feel worthy, you stop shrinking to make others comfortable. You stop apologizing for wanting a better life. You stop assuming that abundance is for everyone except yourself. Instead, you begin stepping into your natural value. And the universe answers this shift by bringing experiences that match your higher self-image. This change in worthiness affects the choices you make. A person who feels worthy negotiates with confidence, invests with wisdom, speaks up clearly, and protects their energy and time. They refuse to settle for less than they deserve. They avoid spaces that drain their spirit. They release scarcity thinking. Their decisions show that they expect good outcomes, and those expectations create a magnetic pull that attracts financial blessings. When you understand your own value, you naturally align with abundance because worthiness and wealth carry the same energy. Another strong truth is that worthiness shapes how you see opportunities. Someone who feels unworthy sees a door and assumes it is locked. Someone who feels worthy sees the same door and tries to open it. Someone who feels unworthy sees difficulties as proof that they are not meant to succeed. Someone who feels worthy sees difficulties as important steps toward their success. Worthiness changes interpretation, and interpretation changes outcomes. Many financial breakthroughs are missed, not because they were unavailable, but because the person could not recognize them due to low self-worth. When you stop resisting your worth, you also stop resisting the natural flow of money. You begin seeing money as a tool, not a danger. You stop connecting wealth with fear or pressure. You allow yourself to dream of a bigger life without guilt. You stop leaving yourself behind to please others. You step into the truth that wanting more does not make you selfish. It makes you aware of your potential. As you welcome your worth, you naturally raise your vibration. This rise pulls abundance towards you with less struggle and more flow. The universe is always ready to give, but it waits for you to open your hands fully. Worthiness is the act of opening your hands. When you remove resistance by accepting your inner value, the flow of money increases, opportunities widen, and your life begins reflecting the abundance you finally believe you deserve. Your energy influences the timing of your blessings because the universe responds not only to what you want, but also to the energy you hold while waiting. Many people delay their own manifestations not because the blessing is unprepared, but because their energy is not aligned yet. They become impatient, doubtful, frustrated, or fearful. Each of these emotions slows down the arrival of what they asked for. The universe mirrors your emotional state, not only your spoken words. If you say you are ready for abundance, but your energy is stressed and unsure, you send out a confused signal. Confused signals lead to confused results. Timing is not random. Timing is the meeting point between energetic alignment and real opportunity. When your energy is anxious, you enter a state of resistance. You begin forcing things, questioning every step, comparing your journey to others, and doubting your own progress. This builds tension in your vibration, and tension pushes your blessings away. The universe works through ease, faith, and openness, not pressure. Many people think waiting means doing nothing, but spiritual waiting is active alignment. It is the steady practice of keeping your belief alive even before you see any visible results. It is holding the feeling of receiving even when nothing around you has changed yet. When your energy is calm, trusting, and expectant, the arrival of your blessings speeds up because the universe senses your readiness. Energy is also shaped by your inner thoughts. If you constantly tell yourself that things take too long, that nothing ever works out, or that life is unfair, you create a vibration that slows down manifestation. But when you adopt a mindset that things happen at the right moment, that good things are always coming, and that delays are really preparation, you align with divine timing rather than resisting it. Your energy becomes cooperative instead of obstructive. And when your energy works with the flow, manifestation moves faster because you are no longer blocking it. This principle applies to unexpected money as well. Many people ask for financial blessings while holding fear and scarcity inside. They hold tightly to every dollar, worry about the future, and expect bad outcomes. That emotional state signals to the universe that they are not ready to receive more. Abundance flows to those who feel safe with it. Safety is built through trust, not fear. When you shift from fear to confidence, from worry to expectation, from desperation to gratitude, you show that you are ready to receive unexpected opportunities, financial support, new streams of income, or sudden breakthroughs. Your energy also affects the timing of people entering your life. Opportunities often arrive through other people, and the universe arranges these meetings when your vibration matches the next chapter of your life. If your energy is heavy, closed, or low, you repel the very people who could help you grow. But when your energy is high, clear, and inspired, the right people begin appearing naturally. They come through conversations, messages, random encounters, or moments you couldn't have planned. This isn't luck. It's energetic alignment creating perfect timing. Another key part of energy and timing is emotional readiness. Sometimes you believe you are ready for a blessing, but inside you still carry habits, fears, or doubts that would cause you to lose it as soon as you receive it. The universe delays certain things not to punish you, but to protect you. It waits until your energy is strong, grounded, and aligned enough to sustain what you are asking for. When you strengthen your inner stability, your outer blessings come faster because you are no longer a risk to your own success. The moment your energy aligns, your thoughts, emotions, beliefs, and expectations, the universe shifts instantly. Timing changes. The second alignment occurs. What once seemed slow suddenly accelerates. What once felt blocked opens up. What once felt impossible unfolds easily. Your energy is the clock. When you raise it, you move into the timeline where blessings arrive, not through struggle, but through flow, not through pressure, but through natural unfolding. The moment you move from wanting money to preparing for money, everything in your reality begins to shift because preparation is the highest form of belief. Most people spend their lives hoping for abundance, wishing for breakthroughs, and dreaming of financial freedom, but they never prepare themselves for the life they claim to want. Wanting creates desire, but preparation creates alignment. Preparation communicates to the universe that you are not just wishing for abundance. You are ready to receive it. This shift transforms your energy, your choices, and the opportunities that come your way. When you prepare, you lift your vibration into the frequency of abundance, and that frequency attracts unexpected blessings, new income, opportunities, and financial miracles. Preparation is powerful because it clears internal contradictions. Many people say they want more money, but their habits, environment, and mindset tell the opposite story. They claim they want prosperity, yet their lives are not set up for it. They hold on to clutter, chaotic routines, toxic relationships, or emotional patterns that block wealth. When you prepare, you resolve these contradictions. You start making space physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually for the abundance you wish to receive. Creating this space signals readiness. It shows the universe that you are making room for something greater than your current reality. One of the most transformative parts of preparation is shifting your identity. Instead of thinking like someone who wants money, you start thinking like someone ready for money. You adjust your self-image. You treat yourself with more respect. You make choices that honor your value. You become comfortable with wealth instead of fearing it. When your identity shifts, your reality must follow. You begin acting like the person you aspire to be, and that action triggers a chain reaction of opportunities. You stop making decisions based on scarcity and start making choices based on expansion. You stop settling for less and start expecting more. This change in identity naturally attracts circumstances that match your elevated self-perception. Another important part of preparation is taking small, aligned actions. Many people believe preparation requires huge steps, but it starts with simple shifts. Getting organized, planning ahead, improving skills, managing time, setting intentions, practicing gratitude, surrounding yourself with supportive people, or learning something new. All these small steps send signals to the universe. They show you are growing your capacity to handle more. Abundance requires capacity. If you want more money but your life is full of stress, disorder, or emotional heaviness, you won't be able to sustain it. Preparation increases your capacity. The more capacity you develop, the more blessings you can hold. Preparation also removes fear. When you prepare, you reduce the unknown. Many people fear abundance because they are not ready for responsibility, change, or growth. Preparation builds confidence. It tells your mind and spirit, I can handle what I'm asking for. This inner confidence is magnetic. It draws financial opportunities because people, circumstances, and even spiritual forces are attracted to energy that is stable and ready. When you feel prepared, you radiate readiness. That energy cannot be resisted by abundance. The universe supports those who prepare because preparation aligns you with the flow of creation rather than with longing. When you prepare, you are no longer waiting passively. You are participating in manifestation. You step into the timeline where blessings can reach you effortlessly. Preparation creates momentum, and momentum draws abundance faster. Life begins opening doors in unexpected places. People reach out with offers or opportunities that match your new vibration. Sudden income appears through channels you had not imagined. Unexpected money flows because you are finally aligned with the version of yourself capable of receiving it. The universe responds not to your desire, but to your readiness. Preparation is the clearest way to show the universe you are ready to receive.